You're in kindergarten, right? You're about 7 years old, and you're sitting in class, ready to take this test. Okay, so you're taking a test, right? And they ask you the question, "What is your favorite color?" You think
there
it through.
are no tests in kindergarten. This makes no
don't
sense.
interrupt my story, right? And you say your favorite color is purple.
What story?
And
my favorite color is purple.
Yeah, I know. So your teacher comes up and looks at your test and reviews it. You know, reviewing all the tests, and she calls you up and says, "John, come up here and come, you need to take a look at this." It's like, and he comes, okay. So he comes up to the teacher, and the teacher's looking at this. It's like, "Why did you answer this was your favorite color?" "Well, I really love the color purple." It's like, "Don't you dare say that to me!" And she sends him to the principal's office. Okay, so Johnny's in the principal's office now, and the principal's like, "Johnny, you're usually such a good kid. What are you doing in here?" And he says, "Well, I on the test I wrote that my favorite color was purple." And he takes a deep sigh and says, "Get the fuck out of my office," and goes straight home. So you go home, and your mom welcomes you home with a thing of cookies, and you're really excited to eat the cookies. And she's like, "What are you doing home early? You know, I thought you still had another few more hours at school." It's like, "Well, I took a test." And her first response was, "Did you pass it?" I'm like, "That's not what's important here." It's like, "Don't you dare talk back to me!" And he's like, "Okay." So the mom's like, "Why are you back home early? I'm gonna ask this again." It's like, "Well, on the test, I wrote what my favorite color was, and my teacher and my principal got really upset with me." And the mom cuts her off like, "Why the hell? What did you put as your answer that could be so bad that you got to send home early?" It's like, "I didn't just get sent home early. I got expelled." It's like, What did you do?" And he said, "I put that my favorite color was purple." So he takes a cookie and throws it at his face and says, "Go see your father about this. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I raised such a human being." So he goes to his father, and his father's like, "Oh, Johnny, you're home early. What happened?" And he says, "Well, I don't know if I should tell you." It's like, "No, son, come on. You know, I'm a good father, right? I can take whatever you're gonna lay on me." So he's like, "Okay, I'll tell you." So what happened was I told my teacher and my principal and mom that my favorite color was purple. Get the hell out of my house. I am disowning you. You can never come here again. Get out. Alright, so he runs out of the house crying, screaming, whatever. And and he's really upset because he has no idea what he did wrong. His teacher, he thinks everyone's just misunderstanding him. So 10 years have passed now, right? So he's like 18 years old, legally an adult. He doesn't register to vote or anything. He's pretty much been living in a dumpster this entire time. So Johnny's eating his favorite lunch, half a sandwich and a pack of Skittles, half-eaten Skittles out of the dumpster, when the owner of the Walmart that he's been crashing at comes out and says, "You homeless?" And he says, "Yes, I'm homeless." And he's like, "Well, if you need a job, I mean, we're looking for some people. If you wanna take an interview with us." So that'd be great. So he goes for the interview, and the person conducting the interview asks a few questions like, "So I see you haven't completed, you've just completed elementary school, but after that, you haven't done middle school, high school, college, any of that. Why is that?" It's like, "Well, you see, I decided to do some freelance work. I dropped out early so I can start my career, but it didn't really work out." It's like, what was your career?" It's like, that's confidential. So he says, all right, fine, I'll give you that. So can you at least tell me why, you dropped out of school, obviously, to pursue this, but was there any other reason? It's like, "Well, I can't tell you that, sir." And he's like, "Why not?" It's like, "Well, whenever I say this, bad things happen to me." And the manager's like, "Don't worry, dude. I'm not gonna, do anything wrong. You're fine. You're good. You have a good shot at this job, right? Because we really need people, so don't worry about it." It's like, "Okay, I'll tell you what happened." So I told my teacher, then my principal, then my mom, and then my dad that my favorite color is it's purple. So the manager instantly grabs his shotgun, points it at Johnny, and says, "Get the fuck out of my store! I don't want to see you here ever again." So he runs out of the store crying and screaming, going back to eating scraps. Now listen, I'm not done yet. So another 10 years have passed. He's 27 years old, and he's running, around, and he finds his favorite dumpster and eats another, half a sandwich and Skittles. And this manager comes out and says, "You homeless?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm homeless." He's like, "You need a job?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So he goes and he goes to apply, and he's like, "So I see you haven't completed any schooling. You dropped out early. Can I ask you why?" It's like, "Sir, I don't want to talk about that." He's like, why not? It's like, every time I tell this story, something bad happens. The last guy pulled a shotgun on me. He's like, I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry. I'm not that kind of person. Just tell me. I would like to know. And he says, okay. Well, you see, I told my teacher, then my principal, then my mom, then my dad, and the store manager that my favorite color is purple. So the store manager says, "You're that guy from 10 years ago!" Pulls up the shotgun and says, "Get the fuck out of here! Told you never to come back." So he's walking down the street, really disgruntled. You know, he hasn't been able to have a job, couldn't really do anything with his life. He's 27, homeless, no girlfriend, no wife, no nothing. And he goes and sees a sign across the street. And this other homeless man has a sign that says, "I know the meaning of the word purple." So he's crossing the street to go find out, because I mean, this is like he really wants to know at this point. Obviously, 20 years of not knowing what this word meant, and this word has like destroyed his life. So he's walking across the street, and then he gets hit by a truck at the end.
What?
It's a waste of time.
That was a terrible
Why?
story.
Why?
Well, what does purple mean? Because that's my favorite color, so I'd like
Same.
to know.
Essentially, the point of the story was just do a really long story and set it up, and then right at like the climax, end it there and piss people off. I know. So that's the point of the story, was to piss a bunch of people off.
Why did you do this to me? Why?
Sorry.
Why?